So here's my favorite question. What was your worst show ever?
Yeah. All right. If you allow me, I want to answer that in two ways. If you will allow me, I'm going to say first way was, and this is very early on. This is probably 2008, maybe 2009. I know I was still in Chicago, so it had to be before 2010. And I got booked I don't know who the heck was thinking this. I got booked to perform at the Country Music Festival in Rockford, Illinois. If anybody knows Chicago, Rockford is about an hour and a half northwest of Chicago. It's not in Chicago. It's not. It's a country music festival. So, I mean, there's people on horses. There's people in motorcycles. It looks like the Republican National Convention. That's what it looks like. All right. It looks like a QAnon convention. And I go up, and it was like the scene in 48 Hours where the record's right. There's a new sheriff in town. He goes by the name of Reggie Hammond. And I remember just like, what am I going to do? And I go up and I tell my first joke. And at the time, it was a joke about Obama. And they bust out laughing. And actually, it was a good show. So it wasn't the worst show, but it was the scariest for sure at the time. Absolute worst show was in the same time period in my career. I got asked to host on every Friday and Saturday. I got asked to host this place called Outriggers, which was a fish restaurant in the south side of Chicago, which would be the exact opposite of the Country Music Festival. It was let's just call it what it is. It was a very black part of town, very ethnic, urban, as we say, urban show. And it's an urban show. And so I'm doing this show. So let me back up. Because I started in the northwest suburbs, I started around mostly white people. I started in what we would call mainstream rooms. I didn't do black rooms. And I went to high school. My high school was 96% white. So I've been around mostly white people for the majority of my life. And so I was uncomfortable in the beginning doing comedy around all black rooms. I was uncomfortable. And so when I got the offer to do this hosting there, the truth is I was frightened out of my mind, but I said, Trenton, if you do this in a year, you'll be able to overcome black rooms. In a year, you'll be able to overcome that fear. And so, Brian, when I tell you I had bad shows every weekend, Bad shows every weekend. I was not good. They saw I was uncomfortable, so they didn't see me as one of them. I was uncomfortable. I didn't feel like I was one of them, and it just was bad. Over and over, every Friday and every Saturday was bad. This one particular night, it was really bad. And the guy got so mad that I wasn't good. He came on stage and tried to fight me. And I was like, I got to get out of here. But now, having said that, what I do want to say is this. Fast forward, that was like, let's say 2008. Fast forward January 2020, before the COVID hit, I performed all week at the Soul Train cruise. So I was the featured comedian on the Soul Train cruise. So it's people like the Jacksons without Michael, Johnny Gill, Peebo Bryson, nothing but African-American, 95% African-American themed ship. And I'm the featured comedian, and I killed it. And so I think about that, and I say, if there was no Outriggers, there could have been no Soul Train, right? And that's not true.